program now has this new thing where you can actually have three people on. I was like, wow, three people. So you can have three guests on at the same time now. Whoa, whoa. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. It's
Well,
morning here.
but good morning there. What time is it over there?
I'm in which coast am I right now? I'm in East Coast. 7
It's
a.m. Sir. 7 a.m.
7 p.m. Oh, thank you for getting up early.
A.m. A.m.
A.m. Yes. Thank you so much for getting up early. Can you
Thank
hear me?
you. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear
Can
you.
can we
Louder.
can we welcome a special guest? Banker. Show her some love. Give her some virtual hugs because she's really done well. She's had to get up early just to be with us today. So please show her
No.
some love.
Everyone, and thank you for joining the call. I can see some of my friends in America here, BC. Thank you for joining
Oh,
the call. Yes, thank
fantastic.
you so much. And I can see some other pilot. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining the Hangout, for joining the talk. Thank you.
Yay! Glad to have your friends here with us too. Welcome, welcome, bankers friends. Nice to have you all with us.
Thank
So,
you.
wow, I have to acknowledge two people who made this happen. I don't know if you remember a lady called Shiju Shoremekun. She met you, I think when Pastor Jane had her workshop or something. So when
Oh, yeah.
I was asking about someone who I could have on Hangout to celebrate International Women's Day. She said, oh, she remembered meeting you and that you left such an impression on her, but she didn't have your
Oh,
number. So she now got in touch with Pastor Jane. And of course, Pastor Jane made it happen. So thank you so much, two wonderful
thank
ladies.
you. I can Pastor Jane. Good
Yes, she's
morning, Pastor
joined
Jane.
us.
Tomika, I have to also give a shout out to one of my very good friends, Tomika Foster. I can see you here. She's in the West Coast. It's like 2 a.m. in the West Coast. Thank you for
Oh,
joining.
wow.
Thank you. Yeah,
Wow. Well,
thank you.
welcome. Tamika, is that her
Pastor
name?
Jane, I see you.
Wow.
Yeah, Tamika first.
Tamika,
Yes,
thank you for
yes,
joining. Ooh,
yes,
so it's like
please.
2 a.m. over there now.
Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. in West Coast, if I'm correct. Oh, 2 or 3 a.m., I
Wow.
think.
She probably hasn't slept then, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, no. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you, everyone.
you. And
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on with. So as everyone knows, I said at the beginning, we're celebrating International Women's Day, and the theme for International Women's Day is choose to challenge. Um, we live in a challenged world, but women have made a lot of contribution, and a lot of times they haven't been acknowledged. There's a lot of bias, there's a lot of there's gender inequality, and that's why we need to anybody that's doing well or doing anything to challenge the status quo or whatever you want to call it, we celebrate them. And you're in a field that is predominantly male, so we are celebrating you. And the truth,
Thank, thank
collectively, we can create an inclusive world. So everyone should choose to challenge, and challenge, as we all know, comes when we challenge, then change hopefully will come. So let's all
yeah.
choose to challenge. Let's not settle for, okay, it's fine. That's how it's been done. Let's challenge
Let's say
things. Let's challenge things. Okay, so our guest for today, for those who don't know, but already we all know, is Adebanke Olayiwola. Yes, she
that.
is an FAA certified airline transport pilot and a multi-engine instrument rated commercial airline pilot. She has broad experience flying both continentally and internationally. I've been doing that for over 7 years, I believe,
Yeah.
over 7 years. And you are the first African, whether male or female, first African to fly the 747 Dreamlifter. Is that right?
Yes, the dream level female. Let's yeah, first
Female.
female, yeah, to
Female.
fly the,
To fly the
yes,
747 Dream Lifter. Now you're going to
the
tell us
dream.
what that is later on. But before we go
Yes,
into that, I know you grew up in Ibadan, or you were born in Ibadan,
yes.
grew up in Ibadan, secondary, and I lived in Ibadan for a number of years, so I have that connection with you. I think we used to live in Bodija. I think that's what we call Bodija.
That, I
Yeah,
grew up in Ring Road. I used to live around Ring Road in Ibadan.
around.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so tell us a little bit about growing up in Ibadan. Oh, I have this another person.
Um,
I is here. He too grew up in Ibadan.
oh, nice, nice. For me, I like to Ibadan. Everybody should. Don't let me make any assumption here. Ibadan is like any other nice city. You know, the culture is there. Growing up in Ibadan, they instill in you how to behave, the Yoruba culture, having to, you have to respect everybody around you. So growing up in Ibadan, or and I believe maybe even if I should have grown up in maybe Lagos or any other part of Nigeria,
Yeah,
they instilled in you that value.
yeah,
Growing up in Ibadan is all about having value, as in culturally, being respectful, what is expected of you, go to school, graduate from school, get married, don't go and get pregnant out of wedlock. So Ibadan is all about that growing up in Ibadan. And when I think of Ibadan, I always think of it, that is my root. That is actually where I'm coming from. That is the foundation,
yeah,
who I am today. That's
yeah,
and I'm not going to say everything is perfect. There are things that, okay, along the line, okay, yeah, things can be done differently, the way one used to think growing up. Yeah, life isn't
yeah.
really not that. So, but in general, it was good. It was fun. I enjoyed my early childhood, growing up with I have two sisters, two brothers. Oh well, and I do have brothers and sisters also, and it was just nice. It was a nice the good, the bad, no ugly, but the good, the bad, and the best. That's
Are,
the way I like to describe it.
are your parents still in Ibadan? Oh,
My mom is in Ibadan.
oh,
My dad passed when I was very little, like a toddler.
oh, I'm
Yeah, my
sorry,
dad
so sorry
is.
about that.
It's fine. I was a baby, so I really didn't know.
You really didn't
Have
know him.
Yeah, I didn't have much memory of him.
Okay,
And yeah, Ibadan was fun. I went to school in Ibadan, primary and secondary school. Then I proceeded to OAU, Obafemi Awolowo University. I graduated from Ife before I went to England for my master's.
okay. So let's take it from there. So you went to England for your masters, but
Yeah.
it was to do a master's in international globalization at
Yes.
the university. But you actually you studied education at OAU, right?
Yes, I did. I studied education at OAU, totally different. I was just like, okay, let me just go to school, because then too, even when I was in OAU, I tried, convincing my family to send me abroad. I wanted
Okay.
to study medicine. Like, okay,
Medicine.
send me abroad. Yeah, yeah. Like, okay, let me just go abroad. I really don't want to be here and everything. They're like, nope, just go finish your school, gain your admission, and afterwards you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
And growing up in Ibadan, then, most people, by the time you finish secondary school, or maybe when you are in your first or second year of college, they're already moving to, is it mostly England or maybe
Yeah.
America? People are
Yeah.
going there. So I wanted to follow that path, that, okay, that way I can even start seeing the world, by
Okay.
maybe if they should abroad, but that didn't happen anyway. So I'm like, okay, but I studied education while I was in Ife, and then I served with EcoBank. Then I
Okay.
proceeded to England for international globalization. And it was while I was there that
Mm-hmm.
I have all that curiosity of seeing the world.
Okay.
It's still ingrained in my body, and I'm like, okay, working with an airline will be the way out. I just have to
So
work on
when
one
you
of.
were working with Ella, you were global. What was it you were doing? Health trainer or something?
Yeah, aviation health.
Aviation
I
health.
was trained aviation health because my first degree is in aviation, is in
Okay.
health education. So it was an aviation as an aviation health. Even though I didn't have any experience with any of the airlines, and
Okay.
I saw that job advert on Evening Standard newspaper. You
Yeah.
guys are, yeah. I saw that, yeah, they were looking for people. And I was like, oh no, I have to do this. Just out of curiosity. And I applied. I wasn't
Wow.
expecting them. I was just like, let me just apply. And I did. They called me for the first stage, second stage, then they flew me to Abu Dhabi
Okay.
for the third stage. And I got the job.
Wow.
So, and then I was still running my program, my master's program. So I
Okay.
was shuttling back and forth. And
Okay.
yes, it was quite challenging but exciting at the same time.
Okay. So
So
how did you get into? How did you become? How did you start flying planes from just being the health trainer? Tell us
okay, now
about that.
in Abu Dhabi, our office space is like open office. We do have pilot
Okay.
trainers. We The pilot trainers are obviously pilots, and
Okay.
we have other flight attendants, cabin crew trainers,
Yeah.
and we also have like someone like my department is aviation health. We
Okay.
train both pilots and flight attendants. But I was always asking the pilots. I was always asking them questions. I will take their manuals. I'll be reading up on their manuals, their SOP, and I'll be asking questions. So
Sorry, what's
what
SOP?
happens if standard operating procedure?
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
and the standard operating procedure of an aircraft or
Okay.
different aircraft. So, and then remember, I was still working on my master's program. So I used to leave Abu Dhabi
Okay.
on Thursdays
Okay.
and fly back to London
Yeah.
to classes.
Okay.
So I was doing that also.
Okay.
So it was while and anytime I would be flying, I will still try to peep into the cockpit, ask them questions. They know me. So one of the pilots, a Canadian pilot, he said to me, I think you have the bug. You should go for it. You should, you are young, go for it. You have the bug. I was like, really? He said, okay, this is what I will do. Anytime we are together, I will be in London and you're in London,
Yeah.
I will give you what we call introductory flight ticket.
Okay.
So that introductory flight ticket, based on that, you can go up because it's one thing to love flying. It's one thing to say, oh wow, I like the aircraft. It's
Yeah.
another thing to actually be inside of it and know whether this is for you or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So when I went on that flight and I landed,
Yeah.
I was screaming. I landed. I was super excited. I was like, oh my God, this was so cool. And the captain looked at me. So you like I said, I love it. And he looked at me. Now, very seriously, he looked at me. I said, the only person that can stop you is you. Good luck.
Wow. Wow.
That was it. That was it. And I believe 6 months to 7 months after,
Yeah.
I moved to Philadelphia
Okay. For training.
for training.
Okay.
Even though it was challenging, it wasn't the easiest thing. Yeah, it wasn't easy because I got to Philadelphia in the thickness of the winter. It was
Oh.
snowing. I was at the point, the first few weeks of me driving to my flight school the airport where we do the flight training.
Yeah.
Uh, I came out and I was trying to get into the car and I saw this. I thought it was like maybe so. I just saw this bright, scary eyes it was still dark. Apparently, the fox, I think
Oh,
that
wow.
I was so scared. I screamed. I was scared, and that day, that would be the day I just started crying. That what am I even doing for heaven's sake? Why do I even want to do this? Who sent me? I could have just stayed and been doing whatever it is that I was doing
Yeah.
before. But I am very grateful to God that I did not give up.
Yeah.
There will be challenges. We always talk about the glory.
Yeah.
There are always challenges behind those stories. That
Absolutely.
I can.
Absolutely. And I bet
Yeah,
that the words that the gentleman said to you, that the only person that
yeah.
can stop you is, I'm sure you keep remembering that all the time.
All the time. Anytime I I feel like, okay, oh, things are not working the way it should be, or I I always set goals for myself, and I just look at myself. The
Mm.
only person, nobody,
Nobody can stop you.
Funke will not stop me.
No.
Bola will not stop me. Choma will not stop me. Nobody. No, we always want to be like, oh, somebody stop. Even like, no, nobody will stop you. Pray, believe in it, try. I always tell my my mentees, like, you are going to do, failure is not an option. You are going to fail. You are going. It's okay. It's
It's
okay
okay
to
to fail.
it,
Yeah.
go through that.
Yeah.
It's just knowing that you should just always have your eyes on the ball. You're going to fall down. You have to
Fantastic.
pick up yourself and keep moving. That
Yeah.
is life.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, no, don't come with, oh yeah, you are crying. Yes, cry. If you have to cry, cry. Get mentorship, get support system, get all of that. But stand up, stand strong, and stand firm. That's
Fantastic.
what I believe.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. Nobody can stop me.
Yeah.
But let's talk
Yes.
about, because the reality of life is that, especially with this kind of profession, I'm sure you encountered some challenges. So let's talk us through some of the challenges that you encountered, and maybe not you necessarily, but you've seen other female pilots encounter.
Oh,
What kind of
okay.
challenges?
There, there will always be different. That is standard. There will always be challenges. I will use I fly in for an American company. I live in America,
Okay.
and with all due respect, I always want to be. Sometimes I always think, let me put myself in some of these people's shoes.
Okay.
They've never, they've never had the opportunity. I'm talking about men in their 50s,
Okay.
late 40s,
Yeah.
50s, coming from Kansas, coming from Alabama, coming
Yeah.
from, they have never had the opportunity to be in the cockpit with someone like me. In all
Okay.
their career. Not only is it that I'm black,
Yeah.
I'm female, I'm African, and I have
Mm.
my, and once you, people always talk about, okay, oh, and I have my accent. So I always tell them, yeah, yeah, I'm a Nigerian. Yeah, that's why. That's why I'm going to sound different from you. So some people, it's to them, I'm foreign to some
Mm.
of these people. I look foreign, and it's not just only me. It will happen to, I bet it's happening to every other people, somebody that looks like me.
Okay.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I initially there might not be much communication.
Okay.
People, they might not say much to me,
Right.
but eventually my professionalism,
Mm.
my knowledge,
Okay.
and also when I make mistakes,
Yeah.
I'm a pilot. I will make mistakes.
Yeah.
I will make mistakes. It's okay. When I make mistake, I own it.
Mm.
Oh, I
Fantastic.
made this mistake. I recognize that I made this mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to I will correct it, and I may immediately say, oh, do you have anything to say? You don't get feedback.
Yeah.
Even though in my mind I might not I wasn't really looking forward to hear that bashing of feedback, but take it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just life.
Right.
So for me, the challenge is it's not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
So that is what I always tell some of my mentees and everything, that it's not going to go anywhere. And this is me flying, talking about my experience in America, flying in America internationally and everything.
Yeah.
I flew in Nigeria too. It
Yeah.
came with all its own challenges.
The same thing. Wow.
It's different. It's
Okay.
different. In Nigeria, you have to let I don't, how will I explain it? It's different. I don't want to I want to be politically correct,
Correct.
but at the
Okay.
same time, it's
Okay.
in
Okay.
Nigeria.
Let's put it this way. Is it which I was going to say which one is worse, but um yeah, which one did you think was worse? Flying in Nigeria
I
or
was it is more of just cultural understanding. In Nigeria, you will be perfectly okay if you know how to say yes, sir, okay, captain. Don't challenge your captain.
okay.
I I learned that pretty quick when I started flying in Nigeria. I've left Nigeria and I have worked with Etihad, then I went to flight school. So I've gotten into a situation whereby when I see something not right,
Yeah.
the way they train me is to speak up.
Yeah.
If I have
Yeah.
question the crew, the captain in this situation. Oh, captain, and these are older, not old enough to be my parent. And they'll be
Okay.
like, how dare you ask? Then by the time I got a little knock up here and there, I realized the emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you have to now. And when people talk about emotional intelligence, I said that is wisdom. Go and
Yes.
read Bible, the wisdom
Yes.
of Solomon.
Yes.
That is your emotional intelligence right there.
Yes. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. So talking about challenges again. Do you feel challenged to retain rather your femininity in your work environment? Or do you find that
No,
gender plays little or no part in your environment?
for me, this is who I am. I'm not going to change my femininity. I'm a woman.
Yeah.
I embrace it. I love it.
Yep.
It's not going
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And gender, when I go to work, I go to work as a pilot. I
Mm.
don't go to work as a female pilot, a black pilot,
Hmm.
a tall pilot, a dark pilot, or a short. No, I go to work
As a pilot.
as a qualified professional
Whoa.
pilot.
I love
And I
that.
want
I love that. I
yeah,
love that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I love that. Okay.
thank you.
Um, so next question, because I got lots of questions for you if you don't mind.
Oh,
Um, so we frequently hear that these days you can't be what you've never seen. So I know it was someone who got you on this track, the gentleman that you said told you that you can do it. But
yes.
so, what was your motivation? Because say that we didn't really have. I'm not even sure if we have a lot of female pilots because when I did a research, it said there are only 5% of 5% female pilots in the whole world. 5%.
It's, that's not, we are not up to, we are not up to 5%.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we are just a little drop. They are still, that's why we need more pilots, please. BC, you promise you are trying to become a pilot. I said, so we need more pilots. And I think I do have some people online that they're, I think there's a lady online. I'm going to check if she's there. One of my mentees,
I
she
saw a name,
went for
Zipporah something. There's a name that she said you're a mentor. Somebody put a thing there that you're a mentor.
not sure whether that is the way she is using. But anyway, the name just escaped me right now.
Okay.
We just started. And she, you know, she went for a pilot training, and a lot of people discouraged her. I said, don't be discouraged. Go. She said, oh, I'm 32. I said,
Okay, is it
who?
Antonia?
Antonia. It's
Yeah.
Antonia. Antonia, sorry. I'm sorry there. My brain is is still early in the morning. Let me drink more tea. So yes, Antonia, you know, I told her, no, don't ever let age, anything in this world stop you.
Help you. Yeah.
Look at you should pursue anything you set your mind at. Just go for it. So, and I can proudly share our joy. Antonia she's the commercial airline pilot.
Wow. Fantastic.
So I'm proud of her. But to answer your question, for me, I I became an aviator out of curiosity. I've always wanted to see the world. I grew up in Ibadan. We know our Ibadan from Bodija to Challenge to Idiro. There's nothing much going on. Everything we see a lot on TV, and I knew I wanted to see the world.
Okay.
I am adventurous. I'm bold. I just go for it. I wanted to see the world, and I said to myself, maybe when I'm seeing the world, I can get paid doing it. So
Absolutely. Why not? Yeah.
that uh, for me, the kind of role models I do have then also, maybe I know of people that maybe they travel for work, but no pilot. And the only pilot then growing up I've ever heard of was the lovely lady that was the first. She was the first Nigerian Airways female pilot.
Okay.
And when I read her story, they were talking, and she was killed. I was crying.
Oh yeah.
Uh, the people, the people living with her, cook or driver, they killed her. They threw her in the septic tank. I just couldn't
Wow.
stop crying.
Wow.
So for me, it's not as if I was just curious. It was my curiosity
That got
that
you started.
that got. Yeah.
Okay, talking about you wanted to see the world. So let's just quickly talk about that. How far have you gone? How many countries have you been to? How many continents have you been to?
Uh, well, let's start with our countries. I cannot. I will take all our time counting. I
Okay.
will start with continent. I know that I've been to all the continents except maybe what's that one? The the Antarctic?
Antarctica.
No, Antarctica.
Okay.
Because I've been to. In short, I might take that, but I've been to because
Australia.
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 It's
Yeah.
kind I've been to Australia.
Okay.
I've been to North America, South America. I'm from Africa. I've been to
You.
Europe,
Yeah. Yeah.
Western Europe, Eastern Europe. I've been to the Middle East,
Okay.
into Asia.
Okay. Wow.
There's one. And Anchorage. Anchorage is very close to the North Pole.
Yeah.
I've been to. I was based in Anchorage, so
Wow.
yes.
Whoa.
I
So,
thought
is there a particular country you love to visit that you haven't been to yet?
that I haven't been to yet. That I might have a couple of them that I haven't been to, and they were mostly African, East African countries,
Country.
East European countries. Prior to COVID, I have on my agenda. I would love to see more um, African countries. I love African countries. I've been to quite a few,
Okay.
and I think I should visit more places in Africa.
Okay.
And on my list immediately after all the COVID restriction would be Rwanda. I would like to.
Wonder.
A friend of mine just got a job in Kigali.
Okay. Okay.
I hope to go to Kigali soon. And East Africa, all those Batik, all those Montenegro, all those places
You love
they
to.
are I heard are pretty lovely. So I would like to go there.
No, I think Pastor Jen, she's been to Rwanda and she does run something in Rwanda.
Yes. Oh, yes, Pastor Jane, I'm going to reach out to you.
Yeah, she
Yes.
runs something in Rwanda, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I this might be a bit personal, but indulge
Yeah.
me. So
Okay.
what was
I don't have to answer. Fine.
you don't have to, yes. So what's the impact of being in such a mobile career? What's the impact on your social interaction? So in terms of um romance, romance as in
Relationship. Yeah.
relationships.
No, yeah, it's great. It doesn't look whether I'm an astronaut, whether I'm an astronaut or a pilot or a doctor. Yes, it's the job involves me traveling.
Okay.
However, uh, romance is beautiful with a great person because it doesn't stop me from having a normal relationship. I always try to tell people because one of the things that I think my mother she was initially worried about pilots even the men they are struggling to keep a home. Talk less of you as a woman. I said, mommy, let me tell you something. There's no job in this world, let me take that back. Maybe there are, or maybe if you are the business owner, that will give you. I work 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So I have 2 weeks to work, travel around, then I'm off for 2 weeks. And I have time to do my own thing.
Okay.
And my man we can travel together, explore together, and I think that kind of lifestyle is, and sometimes when I'm home I'm just home, I don't go anywhere. I use that one to catch up. I have my NGO that I work on. I There are so many things I can do, and my job definitely doesn't stop me from meeting the
Yeah.
right person.
Yeah.
Stick with you.
Okay.
No, not because of what you do, who you are. They should be with you because of your person,
Yeah.
not because I'm a
Absolutely.
pilot or because I'm not a pilot.
Absolutely.
It's irrelevant. I don't want someone like that.
Okay.
So
Can I ask, are you in a relationship now?
I am talking to someone interesting.
Someone is interested. Okay. Because I'm just going to,
Yeah.
if we're not, I was going to match make you.
Yes, I am talking to somebody, and how will I say that? Yeah, like there's an interesting fellow in the
I
picture.
like that.
So
Okay. If it
we are
doesn't
friends.
work, if it doesn't work out, please let me know because I might introduce you to one or two people.
Yeah, that would be great. The person will not like to hear you say that. Why we should say that? But I'm just, but no, we are friends. I strongly believe in, just people. There's no pressure. I don't put pressure on myself. Look, life is good. We are blessed. Enjoy each moment. I
Yeah.
always tell people when they ask me, there's no when. I don't like that. Our life is a moving wheel.
Yeah.
Don't place that restriction on yourself.
Self. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
Okay. Now, because we've got parents here, how can we
yes.
I know you okay, actually you've got an NGO, you said. What's your NGO? What do you do?
It's called STEM Word Foundation. STEM as in the normal STEM,
Them, okay.
STE. But our foundation is not science technology. It STEM of root. How rooted you are. That's
Mhm.
what we are looking at.
Okay.
STEM Word Foundation. Basically also encouraging mentoring a lot of young people
Fantastic.
to young Nigerians, in this case, to get the education, to get the support that is required to have. We are all about mentorship, internship, and scholarship.
Okay.
And we do right now, EcoBank is that, and a big shout out to Mr. Kim Wuton. Thank you, MD, for believing in our foundation and supporting also EcoBank and our organization. We are in we are working on a project. We call it the Muiz project. Muiz, I met Muiz during the NSAS era.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
year.
time in Lagos in October.
Okay.
Muiz was one of the protesters, and Muiz and they were supposed to be breaking my windscreen, but eventually I convinced him and his group that no, you are not armed robbers, you are not. You have to change my tire, because in the process of me trying to navigate with the roadblocks, I climbed on the tire, just went off and everything. But Muiz, I was able to convince them that no, Muiz, you can't be doing this. I found out
Wow.
what the name of the boy is with his group, and I told Muiz, give me your number, write your name. And Muiz told me he couldn't read or not write. I said, we can't do. And he just an 18-year-old boy. I said, but would you like to learn how to read and write? He said, yes. So that project, we are working on it today. How to get Muiz. It's not your conventional kind of education. I'm not saying Muiz should go, if he wants to proceed and, is interested in furthering his education, why not? But at least learn how to read, write, do some calculations. If somebody should give you 500 naira, know that this is what 500 naira can buy for you. So don't let all these politicians use your brain just because you would think 5,000 is a lot of money. It's nothing. And it's just lack of education.
Banker, that is
So,
just such a touching story. Amazing. Really. Oh my
thank
goodness.
you.
Really, really. That is an amazing story. I love the way you were able to turn things around.
Well,
Wow.
it's God. And one of my mentors in the industry, and I think, Funke, you need to talk to her.
Okay.
It's Faith. Her name is she's a captain.
Okay.
She's one of the youngest then, as working with younger. I would even think one of the youngest captain to upgrade in Nigeria. She used to work with aero contractor, but now she flies in Europe. She lives in Europe with her family.
Okay.
She is brilliant, and we are working on this project together. I respect her a lot. I look up to her.
Okay.
I never know how to pronounce her married name. She's married to what it is, people from Holland or
Okay.
something. Yeah,
Landis.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, Holland. So
Do you know, Banker,
Amsterdam.
do you know something?
Mm.
I honestly believe in divine connection. And you know why?
Yeah,
Ask
why?
anybody, those that know me, I'm actually into mentoring. I'm a mentor trainer. That's what I do. I actually run an organization called Christian Mentoring Organization, but I also train mentors. I run a mentoring scheme in my church. So I
Oh,
know that we're definitely going to do something together as of this.
we yes, please everyone, and thank you, BC Dutch. The Faith. She's Dutch right now. We need to do a lot. We need to mentor
Yes, I
more
believe in the
people.
power.
Of mentors out there. It's not all about slaying. I
Yeah,
have nothing against if you want to slay. I don't have anything against that. But I just think a lot of the priorities
yeah,
that is out there,
yeah,
especially for young Nigerians, we haven't measured up at all.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can do better. We can do
Definitely,
yes.
definitely. Oh wow, this is so amazing. Wow, I love that project you're working on. I really, and it's just if everybody could do that. I guess some people try, but some people are not bothered. But just that simple thing of you just reaching out to the young man. What's his name again?
Muiz.
Moise.
Muiz. Yeah, Muiz. The name
Wow,
of the project, if you look on my page, you might see the Muiz project.
Moise project.
Muiz, I told him, look, you are now my aburo. I've adopted you as
Wow.
my aburo. And the truth is, I've been guilty because I've been pretty busy. That the whole project is not taking off.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but I try to and I'm super guilty of not calling Muiz in a while. I will, but In short, I'm going to write it and call Moise this weekend. So I reach out to him. We are able to. Okay, Moise was like, oh, he wanted. Anyway, he didn't have a phone. We organized all of that, but Moise, like any other young guy, he wanted to buy dress up. I said, Moise, that's not our problem right now. Yeah, that's Shokoto and Buba. Wear that for now. What we want you to do is beyond
Beyond
just
words.
wanting to
Yeah.
but no, I'm not going to. Uh, we are going to actually teach you how to fish. I'm
Yeah.
not giving you
Not
benefit.
giving
That's
you.
yeah.
Fantastic. Now, people that someone just asked, how can we support the project? How can we support your project?
Oh, thank you. We once we are up and running, I'm going to reach out also to Captain Faith. Faith, I'm going to reach out to her. We are going to set up a platform,
Okay.
and we will be able to contribute. We will let you know maybe through our we do have an Instagram page, but just bear with us through phone care. We will send everything out. You will see the link, and you can please. It's not even about when you want to contribute. Please, we want people to physically talk to people. We
Yeah.
need mentors. Not really about money.
Yeah.
We need to actually do more. We
Okay.
need mentors. We need people that young people can see,
Yeah.
and they be like, yes, yes, Captain Faith Odushola, thank you for the person that correct, and thank you very much. That
Annette,
is
do you know her?
Annette.
Whoever she,
Okay,
Annette must know her. Wow.
okay. So Captain Faith, she's my mentor. Um, yeah, we will let you know, and we reach out to Captain Faith. Or actually, she's actually in charge of the media, certain stuff like that. So I'm going to also reach out to her.
Okay. So once it's set up and Banker sends the thing to me, I'll post it on my social media thing. So yeah,
Thank
you all
you
get
much.
to.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Amazing. Okay, let's go on.
Thank
Um,
you.
Looking back at your career so far, is there anything you think you would have done differently? So, any risk you would have taken more, opportunities you would have embraced more, choices that maybe you would have modified?
Um, yes, of course. Yes, there are things that maybe thinking, yeah, I maybe I'm trying to think
Trying to think,
about
okay.
things that I could
Okay.
like right now. Yes, but I know there's always okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
I I was working with Delta Connect.
Okay.
I was based out of GA,
Yeah.
and what as a pilot, the pinnacle of our career is becoming a captain.
Okay.
And if I at the time I left uh, um the Delta Connect and went to my present airline, if I stayed maybe a year and a half,
Okay.
maybe I would have upgraded.
Okay.
But I still don't have any regret because it's not all about becoming a captain. It's not that it's good, it's nice. I've gotten to a point whereby it will be really nice on my resume.
Yeah.
However, I decided to because I was talking to another company that I am hoping to work for them and
Okay.
retire with them.
Yeah.
Uh, so they had when I was talking to this prospective company, they were like, okay, maybe if you get a heavy time
Yeah. What's heavy
on
time?
heavy time is flying all those big aircraft, like the aircraft I fly right now, the double decker,
Okay.
flying around the world.
Okay.
We call it the heavy time. That
Yeah.
is heavy jet.
Okay.
That maybe we'll be able to bring you in for an interview, and that was like 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I just look at it that okay, I'm doing that. COVID happened. Things are not. The competition is stiff right now. So, but I still did not regret it at all because this experience I had underneath my belt It's not all about piloting. It's not about being a technical pilot. It exposed me to meet people from different part of the world, different cultures. It humbled me, like meeting people that are different from me.
Yeah.
Some people will come to, I go to cities in Germany where you don't, it's not, these are not even areas you see people going to. And they will come to me and be touching my skin, chocolate, chocolate. I said, please
Oh
don't.
my goodness. In this
So,
day and age,
and yeah,
and
yes,
do you know
some
it's
people,
unbelievable. Some people still haven't seen
oh,
black people.
yes, there are places that they've never seen black people, and I've been to some Eastern European countries.
Yeah.
The men are queuing to take picture with me. I'm like, no, you can't do this. They wanted to, and I respect, they were just excited to see someone like me. That, oh my God, picture. It humbles me. And there, some of the experiences might be old style and everything. It's an experience. Take it and learn. That's all.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. There's a question. Do you ever get nervous before a flight?
Do I get nervous?
Yeah.
No, not really, except no, I don't get nervous. But let me rephrase this.
Okay.
Sometimes you look at the weather, you look at what is maybe the weather we are trying to sometimes be when if the weather is coming in, typhoon, maybe flying in Asia, we need to get out
Out
before
as soon as
it,
possible.
stuff like that. So the stress level is super high. You are trying to everybody have something to do. No room for error because
Okay.
we are trying to get out. And so yeah, no, I won't say nervous, but maybe the stress level might be high. And nervousness, no, not being nervous. And I like, or maybe I fly to Afghanistan. We
Okay.
fly to
Wow.
Afghanistan.
That's a bit
Flying
tricky.
into Afghanistan, it's not the same kind of flying. This is a war zone. So the operation and then there is different. I won't be able to divulge that information, but it's different.
Yeah.
That what we do there. So the nervousness, maybe not nervous, but the stress level is high.
The
You
stress
look at
level.
things
Yeah.
because the plane can be shut down.
Wow.
Yeah, the
So
stress level
even
is high.
let me ask you, even the thought, I guess it's part of the job, because I was just thinking, even the thought that, my goodness, this plane can be shut down at any time, does that impact you at all?
No, you can't. We can't live our life being so fearful. And no,
I
you.
love you. I love you so much. I love you so much.
If I always pray to God. God, I want to live long. I want to see my children. I want to bury my own parents. I pray for all of that. But at
Yeah.
the same time, don't be afraid. You can't. You cannot be afraid. We can just thank God, live a good life, impact, add value. I'm always saying, talking about me doing all of this, I don't believe in accolades. I don't want people to say, oh, she's the first person to do this, first person to do that. Okay, with all of that, how many lives have I impacted?
Impacted.
So
No,
for me, when I see Tonya, I love you, girl. That's because from day one, Tonia's journey, we started it together. I'm seeing her today. It makes me super proud because I know we paid forward. A
absolutely.
lot of people will sit on her shoulders too
Yeah.
because she can stand up there that, look, I did it. You can
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like
So
someone said, impact is key. Impact, you can't put a price on impact. Where
no,
you make a difference in someone's life. It's so important. And that's what mentors do. A good mentor anyway. You play for, oh,
yeah.
I love this woman. I
Yes.
love this woman. Okay.
Thank
um
you.
But okay, still on that topic, what's the
Yeah.
scariest moment you had in flying? Scariest moment.
Scariest moment will be, I think I will use that flying into the first time I was flying into Afghanistan.
Okay. Okay.
Some of the things we have to do,
Okay.
it was almost like we cannot be seen. Enemies cannot see
Cannot
you.
see.
Just they might send the rocket launcher. I'm like, hey, Jesus. I started praying. I said, hey, my jeje, Omo Badomi jeje no. Sorry for non-Yoruba speakers. Like, but not for so long. I was just like, look, yeah, it's fine. So, but I can't think of any. Even when you go through weather, people ask, I'm not afraid of that. You just navigate, you avoid weather, you yeah. Oh, but knock on the wood. That part flying into Afghanistan and
That's been the
everything. Yeah,
scariest.
that
Okay.
it was the tension was super high and it was yeah, that was the one.
Okay. Now I know that you've talked about mentoring people, but how can we get? What are the things that parents can do, mentors can do to get more, especially female, to get them into this
Yeah.
profession? What are the things that we can do to
Yeah,
encourage them?
what encourage, we have to invest more time. We have to encourage them, and you have to also show.
Okay.
Some of these kids, they've never been to the airport. They've never seen an aircraft.
Mm.
We can start by that. Okay, let's go on excursion. And excursions shouldn't be for, it shouldn't be all about, the rich and the poor. Just give that child
Yeah.
coming from, maybe they are
From
in
village.
somewhere in Ife or something.
Yeah.
Let them that experience. And again, we can also bring the airports to them. We can bring all of them by showing them movies, let them see, and we can talk about our experiences. We
Yeah.
can record this and show them. So these are all pictures. When people see it stick,
Yes.
especially kids, they
Yeah.
can remember. So that is one way we can do that. Another way is it's okay for them to try. It's okay for them not to try and fail.
Mm. Mm.
If they are passionate about it, don't worry. We have to encourage them. Not that the parents and you will say, or some mentors is no, you don't have the ability. Oh no, there's nothing like that. You don't do that.
Yeah.
Even if you think, yeah, you can advise that, okay, try this. If you did it this way,
Yeah.
try it the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I strongly believe in that. We just have to. I don't lose hope on anybody. I'm always like, no, nobody is useless. There's just something that you can
People
get
want.
out of someone.
Yeah. But I
Yes,
guess one of the challenges is also the cost. Is it expensive to train as a pilot?
it is very expensive. I'm not. I'm not even going to. Yes, it is. It is very, very expensive.
Okay.
I I I got scholarship
Oh,
when I was doing it. I was yeah. So for me, what I also tell some of my mentees
yeah.
is okay. Like I am a member of Sisters of the Sky. I'm a member with of OBAP and Women in Aviation.
Okay.
All of this, you always have to look for those scholarships.
Yeah.
And some of these companies, they also
They give
we
scholarship.
need a lot of Nigerian organization companies
Yeah.
they can do more of that. I'm not going to knock off any maybe like all the big bro. I'm not knocking anything off, but I just wish they can also have a program that just give these people money.
Yes. Yes.
So we are talking of building a nation.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
can do
No,
all this.
You're so right.
Reality, the nation alone.
Yeah.
We have to mix it all together.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We have
it's
to.
true. Because I'm like you said, we're not knocking any of this, but you know, when you're investing in some of these reality shows, instead of investing in that, invest in programs for young ladies or young guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
young ladies, always pushing for young ladies, for young boys,
Yeah.
for even when I'm even adult. There are some adult people, some people are afraid to change their career at 40. I said, why are you putting that stipulation on yourself? Go for it. Don't ever.
Don't ever.
If Biden has given up, it wouldn't be where he is. Kamala Harris, people are doing stuff.
Yeah.
Never ever
Yeah.
stop yourself
Yeah.
from moving
Never.
forward.
You know, I love
Never.
we serve a God that is limitless. We serve a God that's not limited by anything. So why should we,
Anything,
His creation, be limited or limit ourselves? Come on.
because we don't have faith in ourselves.
Yeah.
And yes, we don't believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is my goal. I love this bag. Ooh. Okay, let me.
Thank you. I'm talking to myself also, please. When I say something like this, I'm also encouraging myself that
Yes.
no, bank, you
Yeah.
have to,
Yeah.
nobody can accept you, can keep. God has given us everything. The key is with us. We just have to open that door.
Absolutely.
It's there for us.
So I just saw a question now. Okay, yes. Is there an age limit to training as a pilot?
Okay. Retirement age for no. To answer your question, for
Okay.
number one, I won't say the age limit. If you retirement age for as a pilot, a professional pilot is 65.
65.
Now, at 65, after 65,
Yeah.
I now want to still be flying and be getting paid.
Okay.
I can still do that. That's why you can see some of these people flying the private jet. You will see
Okay.
some ALO looking. They might have done what we call commercial flying.
Yeah.
Now they move to what we call demand operators. Those are the private. They are demand operators. The owner of the private jets will tell them when to go and when to sit.
Okay. Okay.
So 65 is the professional age all over the world. But if you after you retire, you still think you want to still be flying, you can do that by going to private jets and do all of that. Also, you can actually have your private pilot license, and you don't need to fly for it. You just fly. In America, it's very common. You see a lot of middle managements. They have their own aircraft. If you go to Florida, a lot of community in Florida, they have their own private runway. They
Okay.
buy their lift there, they take off, and maybe they work in New York and they live in Florida. So they fly and come.
Okay.
So you can also get your private pilot license.
Okay. And like BC said, you can also become a trainer afterwards when you retire.
Yes, you can also true. Yes, thank you, Biste. That's why she's a good student of mine. let me harass her. Yes, you can also become a trainer, and this is very right. You can become a trainer. You can also work in operations. There's so many things you can do. You can also work for FAA.
Okay.
In Nigeria, we call them NCAA in Nigeria.
NC.
And there's so many things that can be done even after retiring as a professional pilot.
Okay. Let me just ask this. As a female pilot, do you think you and your and the other female pilots, do you think you contribute in a positive way that's different to the male pilots to your profession? Is there a positive difference that you bring to the profession?
I think so,
Okay.
because yes, when we I call them my support system.
Okay.
There are times that things will happen. I will be furious. I will be angry. You will feel alone. And I'm going to shout out to someone like one of my very good mentor, Rachel Kerr, Stephanie. These female pilots. Rachel Kerr happens to be the captain of all black female crew. That was like 12 years ago.
Whoa.
She's a pilot and an instructor with Delta.
Okay.
She's one of my mentors, Stephanie
Okay.
Hartfield,
Okay.
Stephanie Grant. I reach out to those people, and anything you think you are going through, they've been there.
Okay. Yeah.
They've been there. I'll be like, oh, they are not nice to me. They are treating me like as if I have to prove myself. One of them talked to me. No, if you still have to be proving yourself, no, you are not. Something is wrong. You don't need to prove yourself. Go there, do your job. You're going to be criticized anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't try to prove yourself. Learn. Be professional.
Yeah.
Be very good at what you do. That is the best way to keep just clear all the doubts. That's what we get. Clear all their doubts and move on.
I love that.
And the doubts still there, let them deal with it. So for me, I reach out to this group of sisters, and I hope in Nigeria we can also do more of that with my Nigerian female aviators. And I'm guilty. I'm definitely guilty because I know that we do have some chats. I'm not very good with all those chats. It gives me a headache, all those group thing on WhatsApp. I don't join it. I can't handle it. But I do know there's some group like that. So for me, when I want to talk to some professional female pilots also, like myself, if I experience anything, I reach out to someone like Faith. I can reach out to her or some of the ladies I mentioned. Yes.
You see, again, based on what Banker said, it's just telling us that it's so important to have mentors in our lives. It is so, so important.
No matter what, even if you have to.
Yeah.
If you people always think mentorship is about age or something. It could be somebody younger than you, but they've been there. They've gone through whatever you think you are going through. Reach out to them.
Yes.
Let them be your support system.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
And again, like I always say that at any point in life, we're either a mentor or mentee. So you have a mentor.
Yeah.
And then you have a mentee, and you're mentoring someone. It's like a circle. You're a mentor, mentee, and the circle goes round. Yeah. It's so important.
It's true.
Every single one of us. And we're all meant to be in a mentoring relationship. Okay. There's a question. Out of interest, what secondary school did you attend in Ibadan? Someone just asked that.
I went to Wesley College of Science and Queen's School, Ibadan.
Okay, I'm sure there's some people.
Queen's School, then. Yes.
Is there anybody that went to Wesley College or Queen's School? Anyone?
Queen's School, up QSI. Up QSI.
Oh gosh. So, because we're the theme for International Women's Day is choose to challenge, right? Tell me, are there other things that you want to challenge yourself in and other areas that you want to challenge yourself in?
Oh yes, definitely. I am open to one day soon, hopefully. I would love to become an entrepreneur myself, run my own aviation outfit.
Woo! Fantastic.
So, yes, so for me, I'm like, okay, all these people can do it. We all also have to bring it back home. We can also there's so many things we can do given the opportunity. The way Nigeria, the way we travel, we don't even have we don't have the facility. We don't have a 21st century airport in Nigeria. So those are the things I imagine myself like, okay, we can do this. We can build airports.
Talking about that, Banke, sorry to interrupt you. Talking about that,
Yeah.
how do you feel when you've flown abroad, you've seen the airports, and then you fly Nigeria and you see, how does that, how do you feel? How do you cope?
It's heartbreaking. It's not nice. I know, unfortunately I know pilot, international pilot that, I mean, like American pilot that we flew together. They they don't want to fly, so they find it extremely challenging.
Wow.
If you to fly in our airspace is challenge, you have to be on your toes.
Wow.
It's a lot of stress for a lot of pilots. So they don't. If you're not very good, they don't. You don't want to fly into Lagos.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just like, and there are other airports, there are other places like that.
Okay.
I'm just looking for me. I'm not looking at anybody. I'm looking at my own home. My home is Lagos.
Yeah.
My home is Nigeria.
Yeah.
What can we do different?
Yeah.
Because when you go Senegal shooting and approaching to Senegal is beautiful. You would think you are in any international airport.
Wow.
Yeah, if you fly into Senegal, I'm talking of Senegal, Dakar. They have 21st century instrument landing system. We can do better.
We can do better, yeah. We can do better. Some of the airports in the Caribbean aren't better. No, well, I remember when first time I went to Nassau in Bahamas. This was like
Bahamas, yeah.
Yes, the first time the airport wasn't fantastic, but over the years they've changed the airport and it's beautiful now. And that's what we expect, change. That's what we want to see in Nigeria change.
I will say today, I don't know the person that wrote that.
Yeah.
If you keep looking at but this person's own is not as good as mine, I'm okay. We won't be there. Okay, let's compare ourselves to the ones that are better. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Why don't we push for the best?
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not looking at other people's home. I'm looking at my home. My Nigeria. We can do better.
We can certainly do better. We can certainly do better. Wow. This has been amazing. Do you guys have any more questions for Banke before she goes? This has really been you're such an inspiration, Banke. Honestly.
Oh, thank you.
You are really an inspiration. You are really.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions for her? Okay, so let's talk about, this was a question someone sent to me. What gives you joy and what makes your heart sing?
What gives me joy? Many things. Many things. For knowing that God loves me. Nobody can tell me otherwise. God loves me. My story, my life, people around me, I know God loves me. And my family, my friends, my job, relationship, little things make me happy. Being able to help or people helping me, strangers. I just get sometimes at the airport, I will just see people walking up to me. Are you a flight attendant or you a pilot? I'm like, I'm a pilot. And they will just, some people will just hug me. I know that.
Sorry, Banke, do you get mistaken for a flight attendant a lot?
Oh, all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all the time.
Wow.
All the time. So I always tell people I derive my happiness from different sources, and I thank God for that. And what sings my heart is I try to build myself up to a point whereby I could be disappointed, but I don't get into depression. Like some people, when people do things to them, I always choose the way I react. I can't control what other people can do, but I can control the way I react to it.
Yes.
My expectation of people is not extremely high. I don't know. God should help me. Maybe I need to work on that. But it's not so high that it affects me so much. That I could be sad like, oh, why did they do this? But I don't dwell in it for too long.
You don't allow it to affect you
Mm-mm.
that much. Okay, that's good.
Damn, I don't dwell in it for too long. I just look, okay, right, this happened. What can I do then? You just move on. I don't.
Okay, two questions. Someone asked, how old were you when you first qualified? And second question, do you know any black female or male pilots in the UK?
Oh yes, I do know. Well, the first question,
Yeah.
I qualified for my ratings at the age of 29, 30, I think, 29. And what you asked about
Do you know any female or
in the
male?
U
Yeah.
Lola, I know Lola. Oh, what's Lola? Is a Lola. There's some. You have to forgive me. I can't remember their names.
Okay, no, that's good.
I know there's a Lola. There's another lady. I think I have to. I don't. Maybe Onyinye or something. I have to ask.
Okay.
I know that somebody mentioned that. I will ask Faith. Faith will
Okay.
have that information.
But you know them, you know male ones. Are they male ones that you know in the UK? Okay.
I know these two male Nigerian pilots. One is, younger guy. Maybe the other one is an older
Older
guy.
guy. Okay.
And somebody is asking, do you fly when you are pregnant? Yes.
Okay.
Pregnancy is not a disease. Yes, you can.
I love the pregnancy.
But some people don't. They don't want to. But I have colleagues that they even even second trimester they were still flying.
It was flying.
Yeah,
Okay. Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
they can fly. It depends on the
Okay.
individual.
Yeah, I guess it depends on. I don't know where. Maybe I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe someone must have. I don't know where that came from. That if you're pregnant, you can't fly. Where did that come from anyway? I don't know.
That was then. That was some like at least I know for American Airlines,
Yeah.
you, I think Delta is like up until like something like maybe 20 weeks. Different and some people once they are pregnant, they just want to like look, I'm not going to fly. They can do something on ground. They can get or they might just take medical leave.
Okay.
So whichever for you.
Right. Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. And the final question, if there's no other question, what do you do for relaxation? I know you said because you get 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So how do you relax?
How do I relax? Quite interesting. I love documentaries. I love watching a lot of documentaries. I like reading. I hang out once in a while. Like some of my friends there, Abisi is one of my good friends in Atlanta. She's
Okay.
always an and Bisola. Chineye is my Dr. Neye, my support system. They always have something. We hang out. We do like cookouts, and I hang out with them once in a while. What else do I do? Even though I travel for work, I also still like traveling. There are so many cities
Okay.
that you can. Now I'm planning to go to Savannah, Georgia, with some friends. We are planning
Okay.
on going to Savannah.
Okay.
There's so much to that we can do, and even not so far from me, another colleague of mine, maybe she being white, she knows all about trails and all that. I have no clue. So, oh, you live here? There's a like maybe 2 miles or 3 miles away from me, they have this nice park, a trail. I said, oh, I don't even go to say you should go. So I always like to discover stuff like that. I like, and anytime I have opportunity, I'm in Nigeria. I like hanging out in Nigeria too.
Well, next time you're in
I like
England,
hanging out in
after
Nigeria.
this COVID, we've got to hang out. I'll hang out with you and Pastor Jane and Sister Sheju. We're going to hang out
Yes,
next time. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That would be great. That would be great. Yeah.
Oh, someone
To
asked,
blanket.
do you get air sickness? I think that's what she said. Do you get air sickness? I guess not.
No.
I guess not. Um,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Good. Another question. How are you as a passenger on a flight? So if you're not the one flying, if you're not the one flying the plane, as a passenger, how are you? Do you feel nervous? Well, again, I don't want to use the word nervous, but how are you as a passenger?
I sleep most of the time. I sleep. I sleep. I'm telling you. Once before anytime I know that okay, I sometimes I would need to go to Lagos. I don't even go home. I go into my car at the car park, pick up my travel bag, up on the plane to Lagos from with Delta, Atlanta to Lagos, and I eat at the airport. I don't know. I go to one of the restaurants or I go to the lounge. I eat very well. When I get on board, I get my seat, take like maybe some water or get a bottle of water, and I
They
sleep.
crash
And the
out.
next thing, we're on top of decent. So when I travel as a passenger, I usually sleep, or maybe I watch movies if I'm not sleeping.
Okay.
I don't even think about it. Yeah.
One of
I
your
believe that.
one of your Ibadan people just asked the question, and he said,
Yeah.
"You're clearly well traveled globally. How
Yeah.
extensively have you been around your home country, Nigeria? So,
Nigeria.
which part of
I
Nigeria?
okay. I can say I've been to all part of Nigeria. I could clearly say I've been to the western part, southwest. I've been to the southeast. I've been to the south. I've been to northeast, and I've been to northwest. However, I strongly believe I have to do more. I've heard about the what is that Yankari Game Reserve.
Very good. That's in
I would
Jos.
love. I don't.
Jos. I think that's in
Where
Jos.
is it? In Jos?
I think.
Okay. I
I'm not sure.
I haven't. I've never. I've always wanted to go to the one in Calabar. Was the one in no Calabar
Oh,
Cross River?
yeah.
Was the
I can't remember what
that
it's called.
that's yes, those are places one can go to.
Yeah.
So I am guilty. I've been to some of those areas, but for work actually, flown there and everything. But I would love to go. Obudu, yes,
Obudu, yes,
like the
yes.
Obudu. Yes, I like
Where
to.
is
I've seen pictures of Obudu. I think it's just gorgeous. They have the air cart, the air train. That's
okay.
yeah, we call it the air train. Or it's, I love it. Just transporting you. When I go to Hong Kong, that's why I like to go to Buddha. I like crossing to we call it the Buddha Island. It's just it's a polling car on a track. It's like they're crossing you over. I love stuff like that. So I
Ah,
think do that in Nigeria too. And they have that at Obudu Ranch, Cattle Ranch.
okay. I would love to go there. So please, where is Yankari Reserve? Somebody said it's not in Jos. Where is it? Can you tell
Where
us
is it?
what?
I know I've heard of it.
I know I've heard of it too. I thought it was in Jos. Oh,
In
Bauchi.
Bauchi.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's in Bauchi.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
that's great. Okay, well, Banke, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. And you are so,
Yeah.
like I said, so inspirational. I really, really love you. You're an amazing woman. And you're a woman that deserves to be
Thank you so very
celebrated. Seriously. Wow. You really
Thank you.
deserve
Thank
to be.
you.
So really. And I'm sure we're going to have you back again, especially once you have your NGO up and running and all of that. We'll have you back to
Oh,
talk more
sure.
about it.
Thank,
Yeah, so
thank
thank
you
you
so
so much. Can we please show her some love, give her some hugs? Yes,
I'm,
love you, love you.
I'm showing up to.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
thank you.
for showing
Thanks,
up.
Banker. Love you lots. Yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon. Yes,
Ciao.
thank you. Bye.